You feel as if your days are bleeding into another. You don't have the energy, you're operating like a zombie, the task list is getting bigger, and it is extremely frustrating. This is the real reason why you're low on energy. And no, it's not diet and it's not training, because I know you've got that locked in. You're struggling to get out of bed in the morning. You've lost that fire that you once had, and it's frustrating you. You feel guilt inside because you know that you don't have the energy to tick off the tasks that need to be done. Like I said, the task list is getting bigger and bigger, and it's because you don't have the energy to execute them with efficiency. And because you're low on energy, you're making excuses. You're like, you know what, I'll just watch a movie today and I'll get back to it tomorrow. Whereas in reality, you just don't have the energy to fulfill these tasks. You're relying on coffee all day to get you through shifts, and on the odd occasion, you have more energy for one day, but then it seeps through the cracks of your fingers. One day, you catch momentum, you feel great, you're telling your colleagues, you're telling your friends, you're like, yeah, I felt good today, had a productive day today, can't wait to keep doing this. Then the next day, it's boom, again, snooze, can't get out of your bed. You're getting enough sleep and eating better, but it still won't work for some reason. Have you ever thought that maybe it's just your mindset? You feel guilt from not taking action. Sometimes when you have a productive day, you have more energy, but then you go back to the same cycle. Ask yourself though, if £1,000,000 was transferred into your bank account, would you still be tired? Most likely not, guys. When you are winning, you get universal energy, and that energy creates momentum. The problem is, lack of action is making you tired and low energy, right? But you don't have the energy to take action, and it's just an endless cycle. Alignment. I'm going to show you how to get energy in a moment, but alignment comes first, so I want to speak about this first. Energy doesn't matter if you don't have things to stick to, which will keep momentum, and as you've caught it, we need habits that the 2.0 you would adopt. First of all, morning wins. Absolutely essential. Hit the cold shower, turn off your phone, especially if you don't have an online business. There is no need for you to be going on social media, for you to be checking if someone's messaged you or someone's liked the post that you posted yesterday, or to, even worse, to scroll. Because when you're waking up, your brain's just instantly going, instant dopamine, instant dopamine. What is that instant dopamine linked to? Your phone. So you're frying your dopamine before you even get into the day. You're frying your attention span, you're giving yourself brain fog. You are killing your momentum before you even get into the day. One thing that I get a lot of my guys doing is genuinely just waking up a few hours before they start work and going straight to the gym. They're not scrolling, they're hitting their morning non-negotiables, and then they're going to the gym. Those morning non-negotiables being cold shower, 0 social media, 30 burpees. Now, these 30 burpees, it's going to give you energy, it's going to wake you up, it's going to shock your system, along with the cold shower. Morning sunlight, your body is a clock that runs off of sunlight. So when you wake up, you need to start that clock in order for you to start producing melatonin closer to bedtime and start having more energy in the morning, so you can actually get out of bed, not crawl out of bed and hit snooze. 1.5 litre of water with electrolytes and supplements. Assumption journaling. All of these alone will help you keep momentum and create momentum if you've not already got it. Nighttime wins. Reflection, phone away an hour before bed, reading, assumption, visualising, supplements. Now, you're ending the day off with wins. You've won during the day because you've created the energy from what I'm about to show you how to create the energy. And in the morning, before you have had an afternoon win, a late afternoon win, an evening win, You've created that momentum from the morning. You've stacked momentum with those morning wins. And you're carrying it on throughout the day. And then boom, you end the day with even more wins. Even better when you wake up. That's how you do it. Now, you must get extremely deep on who the best version of you is. The reason that you're feeling guilt is because you're not being the man that you're supposed to be. Your conscience is screaming out to you, and so is God. If you are not being the man that God intended you to be, that deep down your conscience wants to be, and I know you've not got a lot of ego, I know that you've pushed the ego to the side and you've accepted, you know what, I actually do want to be in shape, I actually do want to be strong, mentally and physically, I actually do want to progress in my career, I actually do want to be a better man, overall, all-rounded, for my family. And you realise now, the guy that you want to be is not the guy that you currently are, and that is causing guilt. You need a blueprint, you need a framework, you need daily habits, and you need to change your thoughts, beliefs, habits, and actions to be aligned with that version of you that you actually want to be. And only then will the guilt leave, only then will the shame leave, and the energy will start to creep in. What me and my guys do, like I said, thoughts, beliefs, habits, actions, routines, and programs. I'm not going to go through them all, but you need to change the way that you think. You need to change about the things that you need to change the things that you think about. And these all tie in together. Your beliefs, what you believe, your habits, what you do on a daily basis. Like I say, the morning wins, the nighttime wins, you need to be stacking these in order to be in alignment. The actions that you take, even maybe when you do sit down at your computer, you've got a few tasks to do, but because you are that guy, although you're tired, although you're a little bit tired, you're like, no, I'm going to take action anyways. And you just take the action and you start to create momentum by doing the things that need to be done even when you're tired. How to break the cycle? So, you need to go hard. This is not going to be easy. You need to roll this stone up the hill with maximum effort, maximum grit, and struggle before you can actually effortlessly push the stone down the hill with speed. So you need to go through this hard, gritty period of just grinding through it, forcing yourself to get aligned, forcing yourself to do the things that you don't want to do, the cold shower in the morning, and you'll actually catch momentum a lot quicker than you think. You'll start feeling really good a lot quicker than you think. Trust me, it's in the mind. You need to get aligned immediately while you are tired. Create the man, click your fingers and just be him, embody him. The visualization, the assumptions, these are going to help you create clarity on this guy. What I do with my guys is when they get in, I get them to fill out a full thing, multiple questions on who the best version of them is. And it helps them gain clarity on the guy that they want to be. They give me answers and I build out a full page on who this guy is. And we visit this guy every day. We visualize this guy and we assume that we are this guy during the journaling, during the day, and we get into alignment. There's also some other steps that I do with my guys. I'm not going to go through that. We're here to show you how to get the energy. So increase your thermostat and go all in. This is the only way to create momentum. You need to just go all in. Genuinely. It's going to be so hard, but when you eventually do catch that bit of momentum, you're flying. But you need to work on keeping that momentum. In addition, diet, meal timing, macros, lifestyle, training, sleep massively impact energy levels. If these aren't locked in, then they will massively hold you back. If these aren't locked in, which they should be if you're watching this video, go and lock these in and then come back and watch this video. Or remove all the guesswork by messaging me on WhatsApp 07835 261 491. We'll get you in the program, we'll get you to where you want to be, we'll help you become the man, we'll help you boost the energy with your diet, with your mindset, all areas of life.